Welcome.
You are watching Linescrew1. Hello people, my name is Sammy the Pooper, and I don't give a Well, welcome back to Secant Station Zebra, where I am still living off-grid in the old RV. The Carolyn is still alive. That's the Carolyn. That's my Carolyn. Yeah, I named my RV the Carolyn. You guys got to remember that. Let's take a look at the garden and see how things are coming along in the food department. Well, the strawberries are doing excellent. We have a bountiful crop coming. Couple more weeks, some of them will be ready to be eaten. Got more flowering up here, so we're going to have a lot more growing in a little bit. Over here, the snow peas have come up, so they're doing okay. We also got some lettuce coming up over here. Tomato plant is, well, it's getting by. We had a cold snap a little while ago with a frost at night, so that wasn't too kind to it, but I think it should bounce back. Part of the problem is that there's days up here that we go from the low 90s down to a frosty night. So, what can you do? I thought water was going to be a problem because I wouldn't have enough to irrigate because I only have so much for me and for sanitation and for the dog. But we've had a lucky break where we've had rain this week and we're going to get a little more, which is a good thing. The radishes have also poked up, but not much to see there, so I won't even bother. No, I have been trying to catch water using this big old baby, but it does work, but not as good as you think. There's only so much water you can catch, but the problem is that while you're catching water during mosquito season, you're getting mosquitoes breeding inside it. Trust me, there's some mosquito larvae in there. Doesn't look like there's much water in there. There actually isn't, but it's probably a couple gallons. Enough if I really need it, but what can you do? It's mosquito season. Any standing water is going to attract mosquitoes. And I do have some mosquito bites on my arms. I wasn't smart enough to put repellent on the other day and it kind of got away on me, but that's the way it is. Wow, it's sunny but it's raining. It's very weird weather here. That's part of the issue of being here off-grid in the northern latitudes in Canada. We got a few advantages here in spring. For example, the sun is up very late because, you know, the earth kind of tilts on its axis for the spring season, opposite in winter, but I don't really plan on being this far north in the winter, but that's another story. So we got a lot of sunshine until the solstice, which is coming up in a few weeks, which is great. But the weird weather here, where we go from low 90s Fahrenheit, I'm making it, you know, the non-metric for you American viewers out there. You know, it can be 92 one day and a day and a half later it's freezing at night. Yeah, we got frost. Yeah, it's weird, but what can you do? Many days if you look at the weather forecast and you look at a city like Edmonton or Prince George, it's warmer than San Diego or Los Angeles in the springtime. It just happens. Even Whitehorse can be warmer than Los Angeles. It's just the way things work in the springtime. You never know what you're going to get. But we do need rain. We could have some wicked forest fires this summer if we don't keep getting rain. But it's allowing me to grow a bit of vegetables and, you know, I'm not going to complain about the rain. So let's go through some of the numbers of what it takes to be off-grid up here in Canada. It's now been 3 weeks that I've been up at this location. I've been on the road for 2 months, but at this location, which I plan on staying, I've been up here for 3 weeks. I'm going through 3 gallons, so that's US gallons, of propane a week. And that's to run the furnace at night, maybe on those cool mornings, and to run my refrigeration, and to run my water heater. Now, to save on propane, I don't keep the water heater on all the time. Just makes sense. If I was plugged in and had free unlimited electricity, that damn thing stays on all the time. But since I got to pay for the propane, not going to do that. I'm also going through 7 gallons a week of gasoline for the generator. Now on a bad hot day, I'm burning 2 gallons of gas to run the generator for 8 hours. On a day with lots of sunshine, but it's not hot, I don't need the generator hardly at all because all my solar panels do all the work. Unless I got to fire up the generator to run the microwave for 2 minutes, I'm not using any gasoline. But on average, it's 7 gallons. Now for sanitation and water, I'm going through 35 gallons a week of water. That's to flush the toilet, that's to shower, that's to do dishes, wash the dog, yada yada yada, drink. All in 35 gallons. You do the math for what I need per day. Now, I always run into these people on YouTube in the comment section that say, why are you spending the money on that? Why do you need to spend money on a generator for that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I could live with nothing and be happy. If you're a person that can live on nothing and be happy, I suggest you just go out there and do it and don't even tell me about it. Just maybe do a video of yourself doing it on YouTube, how you're happy with nothing, and exclaim the virtues of nothingness. Look, I'm older. I like air conditioning when it's hot. I like heat at night when it's cold. Even my dog appreciates heat at night. Hey, I put the thermostat down to 18 Celsius at night. That's how I'm roughing it. That's probably why I'm burning 3 gallons a week in propane. That's the funny thing about doing videos on what it costs to boondock, because everybody's going to have a different result. I know for a fact if I was boondocking in the desert near Yuma, Arizona at this time of year, I'd be running that damn generator 24/7 for air conditioning, day and night. Wouldn't care. But some people just don't want to open up their wallet. You know, that's why people like Bob Wells, they'll do a video exploiting some old age pensioner that has to live on $500 a month. And they'll talk about how you can live on $500 a month in your car. Well, that's not really good living, you know. You got to open up that damn wallet. How you get the money, that's your business. But spending money appropriately to be comfortable, that's really important as far as I'm concerned. You don't work all your whole life just to, you know, huddle in the cold and sweat in the heat. And I am making sacrifices. You know, at 35 gallons of water a week, there are days I do have to skip a shower. I'm not going to lie to you. It's got to happen. There's only so much water to go around. And at the end of the week, before I get more water, whatever water is left I use for my plants, I also use to do laundry. Hand washing! That's why I was kind of concerned at the beginning that I wouldn't be able to have enough water to actually grow my vegetables. But it's turned out that I've gotten just enough rain, just in the nick of time. And so far it's working. That's why I planted that original garden, which, you know, I'm getting some results, slowly but surely. And I'm going to plant a little bit more this week because I've proved the concept that the soil is good enough, so I'm going to go for it and grow a little bit more. That's the funny thing about doing videos like this, is that everybody's got a different idea what comfort is. Some people have no concept of comfort. They don't even like comfort. In fact, some people like suffering. You know, it's like they're getting in touch with their Buddha, and one of the noble truths of Buddha was suffering. Well, guess what? I'm not a Buddhist, so I don't want to know the noble truth of suffering. I want to run that generator no matter what it costs. If suddenly I got to spend 10 or 12 gallons a week to be comfortable, I'm going to do it. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm kind of hedonistic that way. I want to indulge my comforts because I only live once. And I don't know about you watching. Maybe you guys are all Buddhists and you're going to live 1,000 times. Good for you. Maybe a few lifetimes of suffering might be good for you, but it ain't good for me because I'm not a Buddhist and I only got one life to live, so I'm going to live it as comfortably as I can. So your results are obviously going to vary. And speaking of Buddhists out there, it makes me think of that joke of the hot dog stand and the Buddhist. When the follower of Buddha approaches the hot dog vendor and asks, "Make me one with all." And of course he does. So the Buddhist, of course, pays for his hot dog and gives him a $50 bill. And as he's munching on the hot dog, he's waiting for his change. Eventually, no change is forthcoming, so he asks, "Where's my change?" Of course, the hot dog vendor tells the Buddhist, "Change comes from within." Which it actually does. And speaking of change, a lot of beautiful changes that have happened inadvertently about me being out here in the hinterland. For example, I do not have internet. Do I have internet-enabled devices? Yes, I do, but they do not work here. Like Mohammed must go to the mountain can't come to Mohammed. I have to go where the internets are to get the internets. So at best, I might have a good 2 hours a week of internet access where I have to do banking, check the emails, a little bit of internet for YouTube use. So, you know, it's probably good. I'm totally digitally detoxing. I really am not missing the cat videos. There's a whole lot of Carolyn's RV Life videos that I really got to schedule my life around to watch, which I'm actually not doing. So sorry, Carolyn. But, you know, Carolyn, if you were willing to apologize to me for all the horrible things you've done to me, I'd be willing to forgive you, because it's within my heart to forgive Carolyn's RV Life of all the transgressions that she has done to me on my YouTube channel, because I like to think that I am gracious enough to accept her apology. But Carolyn's RV Life, she walks on water like Jesus. I mean, Jesus for our friends south of the border. So she cannot apologize to me for all the transgressions that Carolyn's RV Life has done on YouTube to me. But so be it. I'm a patient man, and I'm willing to wait. About the only thing that I do miss is access to information. I am kind of an infomaniac. I like to start my day with watching news channels. I watch them all in the morning from all sorts of countries. And I just like to know what's going on in the world. I'm kind of weird that way. It's one of my only strong addiction. So I have ordered satellite TV. I'm waiting for it to arrive, and I'm going to set it up. Hopefully all the trees that are in the way do not block the signal, but I'm looking forward to that, because I've run out of DVDs, almost. I'm still working through the end of my season 1 of Columbo. Just one more thing, sir. Just one more thing. Yep. When life gets down to the fact that you're watching Columbo routines. I mean, a lot of you younger folks don't even remember Peter Falk and Columbo, but the guy was great. Oh, with the ruffly old trench coat and the funny old French convertible car, and his references to Mrs. Columbo, which we never saw. I loved that show. It was great. But we do got some evidence of some bears around here lately. I'm going to go show you that before we end the video. Now we got some evidence of some bears doing some tree scratching, maybe licking the old sap off the tree. This looks like it happened a little while ago, but those damn bears are around. Just ripping up the trees and either eating bugs or licking sap. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Boy, I don't miss those city problems with all those city issues that you guys have that I hear about on Fox News every day on my satellite radio. Man, you city slickers got it tough out there with all your city problems. Apparently, you guys ain't woke enough. Out here in the country, we don't need to be woke, because we're just living our life. We think woke is a joke out here in the country, but whatever, you know. To each his own, if you want to play that game. So in the meantime, folks, I think I'm going to go back and work on the last of my Columbo DVD collection tonight and have something to eat. So, hey, put your comments down below, like I said, and I'll talk to you in the next video here from Seacat Station Zebra. In the meantime, folks, stay safe, keep your wheels in the ground. I'll talk to you soon. Over and out.
I got you.